Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's been a couple days and a few things have come out recently, so I just wanted to show them off and look at patch notes as well as the other news that has come out. So I'll just go over the old stuff like from Monday. I know it's like old. It came out not too long ago, but it's about Adela. So Adela is deciding on which opening move to make and preparing to take control of her pawns on Lumia, whoever they may be. That's her. Not bad. Another like black and gold model, kind of like Roz, black and white, a bit of gold, and like Rozzy color scheme. Kind of hoping for more. Next characters be more color variant, to be honest. She's got an army of pieces behind her, giving her a shot at an easy checkmate. So look, there's pawn, knight. Say it's the queen. Yeah, and then yeah. How long do you think it'll be until Adele becomes the Grandmaster of Lumia? Now check out Adela's skills. The Maven Tactician is finally finalizing her strategy before she brings the battle to Lumia. Let's take a look at exactly how she plans on checkmating her enemies right now. So this is the auto attack. Right? Passive is that she can hit from... She's increased her attack speed is fixed though. So any attack speed she gets is instead converted to attack power. Adele's critical strike chance also increased, so it seems like you kind of want, same like Kathy, like a attack speed crit character. It's like Rapier, just based off like the movements, alright, and just like the shape, the cane. And then landing a critical strike increases her movement as well. So yeah, so you want to build crit, attack speed. Promotion. Adela places her pawn at the targeted location, dealing damage. Placing a pawn grants her a stack. Upon reaching a certain amount of stacks, her pawn will be queened, dealing damage and sending enemies hit for a few seconds. So here's like the base one where she placed it, and then here's 3 of them, and I guess the 4th one that you place will be queened. So stacks are reset if promotion is not reactive within a few seconds. Pawns and queens remain for a few seconds. Promotion's cooldown cannot be reduced. Okay, so again, this is pretty unique just because I don't think there's no other ability that has cannot be reduced by cooldown. So yeah, and you have to make sure you use this every few seconds. So you gotta place 1, and then like 2, then 3, and then the next one, and then see it disappears. So Knight Fork. Adela moves her knight to a targeted location, dealing damage. It hops, dealing damage upon landing. So I guess, what, do you cast it here? Or do you cast it here? That's the thing I'm wondering, because it goes to direct damage. So if I cast it here, does it hop this way, or do I cast it here? I have no idea how the casting of this would work, to be honest. Hitting a pawn, queen, or rook with the initial landing spot pushes the piece opposite of the knight, causing different effects. So opposite, so I guess if it lands here and there's a pawn here, it goes that way, right? If it lands on this spot, would it go this way, or would it, because this would go that way, right? So you just want to like it ricochet off. Okay, well, pawns and queen. Piece stops upon hitting an enemy, dealing the same damage as promotion. So I guess whatever this damage will be, which we'll see in the patch notes up in a second. Well, in a few minutes. And knocking them airborne for a few seconds. The rook deals the same damage as castling to enemies' hits, knocking them airborne for a few seconds. Okay, so this is castling over here, right? That's why it's called castling, because you do perform. Looks like castle, right? The check move when you switch the king and the rook. So knight remains for a few seconds. I mean, another knight will cost the first one. So yeah, you don't want to recast W because it'll respawn, right? Well, you can't anyway with the cooldown. So you'll be doing this one and that, or like either or. So castling, Adela slides her rook in the targeted direction, dealing damage to enemy hits. Enemies hit. Hitting pawn, queen, or knight on the way causes those pieces to deal damage. Okay, so I guess that there's a piece on this path here. They'll deal damage. Okay. Pawn, queen deals much promotion, which you already saw. Promotion. Knight deals much damage to knight for it, but it also slows enemies down. So reactivating skill a few seconds to switch place with the rook. Rook remains for a few seconds, letting another rook because okay, yeah. So checkmate. Adele raises in the air for a second, become untargetable and unable to take damage. Okay, so she's like invincible when she does that. Could be pretty strong. So upon landing, she deals damage to enemies in range, and each active chess piece attacks, damaging enemies proportional to their max HP in an area around it and disappearing after. Adele steps foot on her board March 2nd. So so that'll just be coming out tonight at midnight EST, which is right now, so you can see it's like almost 8 a.m. EST, so 16 hours and she'll be out. So that I can't wait. We're gonna check out what exactly the damage stuff, like the damage for each of these moves will be. That I'm actually curious. Okay, so we are doing that. Okay, so the next one that this came out this morning. Oh yeah, and the reason why we didn't stream normally, I stream at 6 today. I was waiting to see if patch notes would come closer to the stream, but unfortunately they came out like an hour and a half. So yeah, here I am. So the new skin, Frost Clover Cicella is coming. Is it just me or did it get colder? Frost Clover Cicella will be entering Lumia Island on March 3rd. Yeah, like midnight. So Frost Clover, same uncommon. I wonder when they're gonna have non-uncommon. Maybe the next ones, I guess. But the uncommon ones are 1075 MP, which is like, 10 bucks Canadian or so. So you're gonna see the YouTube premium for this now. Okay, hoping it's okay. We'll see this. Skin, it's not bad. I mean, I don't play Cicella. Yeah, I mean, looks good. I do wish they changed Wilson. Maybe gave him a costume or something, like a hat. But looks good. Probably out of the 4 that they've shown off, like not the Yuki. I mean, like the 4 as in when the original trailer came out with Jackie, Aya, Cicella, Hyungwoo. I'm mainly most excited about Hyungwoo. I think Cicella. Honestly, I don't know. Compared to their skins, it's okay. I guess I don't know. Is that I like the Aya, the Aya skin and the Hyungwoo. Like Hyungwoo's my best. I don't know. Maybe it's like tied for 3rd with Jackie. It's hard to say. Because it kind of just looks like a recoloring. It has a little bit of a design to it, but compared to like Hyungwoo skin, where there's more changed. But regardless, now we're just gonna do patch notes. Okay. Yeah, I just wanna I know this is probably gonna be. Yeah, now I'm gonna get double. Okay, just want to make sure. ignore that. So patch notes. So what's up, my rat jammers? Aesop here with another edition of Eternal Return patch notes. There's a ton of new stuff in this. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. In this update, I guess, I don't know. We got new character, new items. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. New skin, bug fixes. So sit back, relax, grab a nice lemonade or something, take a look. Undergo maintenance at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. PST. So yeah, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. EST. Update to 0.27. Okay. New character, Adela. The Maven Tactician is bringing her opening move to Lumia Island. You can get her for... Oh, wait a minute. Wait. So she's more expensive than the other characters. 990 A-coin. I mean, it's fine for me. Like, I have enough A-coins. So I have like 40,000. But that's interesting. Are they going to raise the price for all the characters in the future? Or is it just her? Or like all the characters, even the old ones, are being increased in price? I'm kind of curious what's gonna happen. Oh, here it is. From arrival from week 1. Starting from... Wait, you can get it for this on her arrival date for 1 week. Starting from March 3rd, Starting from March 3rd, KST, her price will be just at 820. I'm so confused. What does this mean? Starting at March 3rd, KST, or just... So wait, so they're making it more expensive. I'm so... What is going on? So, is that what they're saying is that all new characters that are being released... All the characters... For the feature characters come out will be $9.90 the tryout, but then the following week they're going to be adjusted back down to $8.20, because this does make sense because they are coming out pretty much March 3rd. Or is this saying March 3rd KST? So does that mean like 24 hours so you don't play it immediately when it first comes out? I'm not totally clear what this means. I understand what they're trying to do, but the wording of this is kind of confusing me. We'll have to see in game. I think later tonight or later today. Yeah, you can't really whatever. So let's see. Moving on. Controlled up center, passive. Adela's attack range is increased by 2.5 meters, and her attack speed is fixed. Every 0.1 attack speed increases her attack by 4... Wait, what? Oh, okay, wait. 0.01 is... That's 1%. Okay. So every 1% increases her attack by 4. So if you have 100% attack speed, you're increasing your attack power by 400. Hello, Biogenetic. What's going on? It's patch notes day. They came out pretty late than normal. I normally start my stream at like 6 a.m. hoping the patch notes are out, but patch notes came out late today, so I don't know why. They came out like 7:30, but they normally come out like 5 a.m., so I've been up since then hoping they come out a bit sooner. But yeah, just patch notes readings today. Checking out what's going on. I hope your day's been good so far. I mean, it's 8 a.m. here, and I think you said you're EST as well, so maybe nothing else has really gone on for you, but I hope the past few days have been good. But yeah. So promotion, Adela's Q. Adela places her pawn at the targeted location, dealing 30... Wait. Oh wait, sorry. I skipped the part saying this 400 attack power. Okay. Dell's critical striking is increased by 4, 8, 12%. Wait, so you just get free crit chance. Dude, who? Oh my gosh. Landing critical strike increase her movements by up to 16% for 2 seconds, but I know, and the attack speed is fixed, so it's not like you're gonna get this for the whole time. I don't know how fast her base attack speed will be though, but just free 12% crit is, I think that's like pretty. I know it's at 3rd tier, but everyone's gonna probably level up her passive first. That's what I'm gonna assume. I'll have to see what the other ones are like, but I feel like passive's probably is like pretty strong. Yeah. Cooldowns, that'll be interesting because at least her cooldown's fixed, so it can't be reduced. Della places her pawn at the targeted location, dealing 37. Okay, so it's like plus 40 up to max of 190, plus 40% attack power damage. Placing a pawn grants her a stack. Upon reaching 3 stacks, her next pawn will be queened, dealing 50 plus 40 for each one till 210 plus 50% attack power. And this is a lot lower than Luke's. I remember Luke's is like 100 or 150. And then they're going to down, now it's just like 40. So it seems like a bit more toned down, hopefully. They won't need to hotfix her. We'll have to see though. So damage and stunning enemy hits for 1 second. Okay, I guess the stun's only with the queen though. Stacks are reset. Promotion is not reactivated within 5 seconds, so this is gonna have a short cooldown. Pawns and queens remain for 8 seconds. Promotion's cooldown cannot be reduced. Yeah, like as we saw before with the skill preview here, they said that it can't be reduced, right? Where is it? Right here. So cooldown, so it's 3 starting, and then it ends at 1.8. But this is like one thing you have to like, like just go place them as quick as possible. Anyway, well, you have to do it within 5 seconds, so you gotta make sure you guys start spamming Q if you want to get queened. So that means if you have to place 4 of them down, so it'd be 1.8 times 4, which is 7.2 seconds. It'll be to get our queen at last one. Originally it'll be 12 seconds. SP cost, okay, I mean that's fair. 7 meters for the, oh my gosh. Damage range is 1 meter. Ratio. Oh, ratio. I don't think they meant ratio here. I think they meant 1 meter radius. I think that would make more sense. I don't think ratio is the right word. Probably, I'm assuming they mean radius. I'm not diameter, but if it's a radius, that would be a 2 meter. So I don't understand what the ratio means. But 7 meters feels pretty insane. I mean, like, Luke's Q when it came out was, what, I think 10 meters for it, and then I think they nerfed it. I think it's 9 or 8 now, like the first Q, not the second Q. And this is 7 meters, so it's almost as far as Luke's Q, which is kind of insane, to be honest. Knight Fork W. Adele moves her knight to the targeted location, dealing damage, and hops, dealing 45. Okay, so 45 increased up to 225, with the attack power at 30%, damage upon landing, hitting a pawn, queen, or rook in a 5 meter range with the initial landing spot, pushes the piece opposite of the knight, causing different effects. Okay, yeah, we mentioned the effects before, but let's just see. Pawn and queen, piece stops upon hitting an enemy, dealing the same damage as promotion, and knocking them airborne for 0.75 seconds. So it'll be doing. Ooh, I'm curious. So it's saying with damage potion. I'm assuming it means that the damage done it also scales. So that means that if this is at level 1, but this is at level 5, the W of the knight will do 225, but your pawn piece will only do, like, if it's only at level 1, it'll only do 50 then. That's what I think it's also saying, because it does the same damage as promotion. So I guess I'm just trying to think what level. Okay, well, let me just read the rest of this before I'm just trying to think which skills you'd level up first based off this. So Rook, dealing the same damage as castling to enemies hits, knocking them airborne for 1.25 seconds. Knight remains for 8 seconds. Summoning another knight will cause the first knight to disappear, yeah. Cooldown, well, yeah, obviously it will disappear. It remains for 8 seconds. You can't cast another one. Oh no, this cooldown, excuse me, can't be reduced, but I think this one can, but I don't think you'd want to run CDR on her anyway. So cooldown 17 goes down by 1 second up to 13. Costs increase by 10, range from 90 to 130. These ranges are insane though. 6 meters. Okay, the ratio again, I've already said I don't know if they mean radius, or maybe I'm misunderstanding what a circle ratio is or something. Yeah, her Q cooldowns are real short, but it's because you have to place 4 of them in order to get the queen. So it's like a 7-second ability. Well, 7.2 second at level 5 or 12 second originally, but yeah, it is real short. If you think each pawn does at max almost 200 damage and you're going to do 4 of them in a row, you're going to get like 800 damage. But the queen does even a bit more, so it's just a bit, not significantly. Well, it's more scaled on attack power, but not too much more than a pawn. Wonder if maybe they'll change it so the pawns don't do as much and the queen does more in the future. Yeah, I think she has a high skill ceiling, so I think that it might be harder for them to know if she'll be busted or not. Because you have to make sure you place all your pawns correctly. It's kind of like saying with, I don't know, I say like even like Cicella or like even I'd say Emma more. Like if you're like really good at mainly with Emma, I'd probably compare more where you're like really good at place your hat as an example, or your bird for Emma. Then you can do like insane damage and do really good. But like you have to make sure you're placing all your pawns correctly because you want to make sure they line up so you can use your knight and your rook. So it might be hard for newer players to get adjusted for her compared to like Kathy, which I think Kathy's a relatively easy character to pick up. But this is like a control mage where it's more, again, like making sure you place your pieces correctly, a lot of skill shots probably. But the range is going to be insane. That's the thing I think is going to be. Because it's getting so far away, like, I don't know how, like, melees. I think she's going to be kind of like, yeah, Kathy's easy, exactly. With, like, kind of like Adriana, where she's going to use moves to, like, push people back and, like, kite them in certain directions using the pawns. Right? And because it's, like, 7-meter range. That's right. Yeah, I'll try her out. I'm not... Like I say, I'm not the best at like these types of characters, mainly because like I've never played any MOBA type game before, so I don't have like any experience other than just like playing Internal Return. But I'll give her a try. I'll probably look at her first in like the bots like at least once a day so I can kind of get familiar with the skills, and then. Obviously, I'll just do normals because she's not allowed in ranked. I wouldn't play her in ranked anyway if she was. So, yeah, I think that. So, castling, E. Adele slides her rook into the targeted direction, dealing 65 to. What is that, 55? No. 45. So 45 increase up to 245. Attack power is 50%. Damage to enemy hits. Hitting upon queen or knight on the way causes those pieces to deal damage. So pawn queen deals much damage per motion. So I'm still thinking that the attack power is going to scale. The damage is going to be the same as whatever you upgrade it to. So that could be insane. Yeah, I think it's just going to be like... I normally try like 1 or 2 rounds with bots so I can kind of get familiar with the route and like what my inventory is like to see how much food I can carry. But then I'll try our normals. So, and then Knight deals much damage as Knight Fork, slowing down enemies for 30 seconds. 30 seconds. That would be insane. By 30% for 1 second. Reactivating the skill within 4 seconds will make her switch places with the rook at a range of 12 meters. Wait, what? That's even farther than Luke's Q reactivation. Luke's Q reactivation, I believe, is 11 meters right now. So she could be like 12 meter away is so far, and then she could just go right behind you afterwards. I think they're going to nerf this, because I feel like this is going to be too insane. I feel like Emma's hat is not that far, just as an example, because like she can swap places with her hat. So, yeah. Rook remains for 8 seconds, lying to another rook will cause the first rook to disappear. Okay, it's like the same with the other ones. Cooldown 19 to 11 seconds. 11-second cooldown. At rank 5, 11 seconds. Just okay. These cooldowns feel pretty quick. And the only one that's can't have CDR is Q, but all the other ones I think can. So, but I said I don't think you would, because you're going to probably prioritize attack, speed, and crit for her passive. But 6 meters, again, it's the same as this one, which I still think is pretty far. And damage range width is 1.2 meters. Oh, is the piece like 1.2 meters wide, I guess? Maybe is that what they mean by ratio? I'm not really sure. So then checkmate. Adele raises into the air for 2 seconds, becoming untargetable and unable to take damage. I feel like this is going to probably be a problem in the future. Exactly. What wasn't it? Aya was untargetable or like unable to take damage, and then they changed her her ultimate so that she can actually be interrupted now. Because that was too strong before. So we'll have to see. Upon landing, she deals 150 to 250, so like plus 50 each one. Attack powers by 60% damage to enemies in range, and each active chess piece attacks, dealing true damage. Oh, true damage. Okay, that's going to be for 3% of their max health, max HP in an area around it, disappearing afterwards. Cooldown 80, 5 seconds, use 70. SP cost 90. Damage range is 3 meters. I don't know exactly how much it's going to be, because I think the attack power is going to be very different for this character, because her attack power is increased by her passive by a lot. I think when it says 0.01, I think it means 1%. That's what I presume anyway. Because you can get, if you have 100% attack speed, you're going to have increased attack power by 400. Which I think is insane. Like, you're going to have a 400 attack power increase if you have 100% attack speed. Plus your own attack damage from... I have to see it. She's a rapier from what I can. I'll just do Fiora. She's actually rapier. I used to play Fiora, so that's why it comes up real quick, so I've checked this page so many times. So rapier. Like, which ones are there? Like, and she'll have, oh yeah, she'll have the rapier ability too. So the like the ratio scaling might be too powerful, like 50%. So you're gonna have 400. Let's say like I said 100% attack speed. You might do Joyce because this one's kind of broken at the moment. So you get 30% critical damage, attack speed, and you get plus 12. This is like this weapon's like too powerful. I think right now. We'll have to see. Maybe they changed it in the patch later on because this is such an easy weapon to make. Needle, iron ore, mithril. And then you get this 30% more damage, and she also gets base 16%. No, but she already gets 12% crit chance to get passive 3 just for free. So plus, if you have this, then you get 30% more damage as well. I'm just because I'm assuming because mithril's honestly not that hard to find. Normally, I can get at least 1, maybe 2 mithril en route. The one you'd probably build would either be... These are the 2 best ones. So what was this one? Tricks damage. Okay, it doesn't really matter about CDR, but be whatever one has the... Fast. It's probably... It'd be this one, because your attack speed's 35. You're going to be building this one for sure. You want the... You get critical strike chance increase. It doesn't really matter about cooldown, but it'd be great anyway. Attack speed is 35%. Your crit damage is going up by 25, and your crit chance going up by 10%. Like, you'd be building this weapon for sure. And then you keep your extra iron in case you find Joyce, or like find mithril to change. I don't know if you'd want to lose that much attack speed though. Maybe that'd be the only thing impacting it. Because this has 75 attack power, so this would be what, 82 attack power. This would be 87. So, but you get the movement speed instead of the crit chance increase, which I guess would be fine. So yeah, I'd probably say you'd still want to upgrade to this, but the rapier ability is so strong with. So, but I don't know if she'll really need it because her range is so far. I don't think you'd want to build this one. I haven't even no idea. I don't play rapier characters, so I have no idea. SP regen, whatever. You don't need CDR. There's no attack speed on it, so no, this one sucks. How about this one? Nope, they don't care. So, you're gonna Fury Craft? Yeah, I can probably do some Fury crafting. I normally like doing theory crafting. Anyway, that's why I was like looking at it. I mean, I have some things in mind, but they said that up here that they're adding new items right here, new items. So I want to see what the new items are before. I should make a command. Honestly, the best of these Lumia craft, in my opinion, for crafting is it tells you all the items you can make on that route. So that's the site I mainly use for crafting. And I'll probably do a little bit, but the new items won't be on it. And depending what the new items are... Oh yeah, I forgot this is coming out, too. There's a lot of things in this patch. So, I'm honestly excited to see it. So, Frost Clover Sicella skin's coming out, which I already showed the preview of here. I forgot I had my music on. I turned it off. Here. And it looks pretty good. The skin. Yeah, there's gonna be new items. I don't know what they are yet. I haven't got that far. So, I'm gonna check this out. But this is this feature I saw in the... What's it called? The timeline, or the planner. And I'm kind of excited about this. So when the date changes, satellite radar is activated. Maybe I'll turn down. I'll turn it down a bit. Okay, so it's activated. So 5 seconds position of all players are displayed on the minimap. I think this is going to be one of the most interesting changes from this patch. It's going to help weed out rats, but the rats also know where you are, so it could do things. But, oh wait, this only occurs when night turns to day, though. Okay, so it's not like when day turns to night. It only happens, I think, every 5 minutes or so. Which you're only going to use this information twice really in NA. A lot of my games are about 15 minutes long. So, and by the time you're at 15 minutes, you're in the final circle. So you're probably only use this one. In KR, you'd use this more often because they often have like 6 to 8 people left and like 20 minutes in the match. So the mini map opens automatically at the beginning of the day. They want to show all nearby players. After 5 seconds, the mini map closes automatically. Wait, what? I don't understand what this means. Closes automatically. I mean, normally I have the map open just so I don't care about seeing other people like on the map. I use it to like click where things are, like move my character. Mainly just to move my character. So I wonder, I don't know what this means. I guess maybe you can just reactivate, open it up after. Accelerators not provide vision or renew the scoreboard. Tab. Oh, okay. Actually, okay, that's interesting. So it's not, the accelerator is not like cams or console because it doesn't provide vision of the area and you can't see what the people are wearing. It just shows where they are. Okay. So, let's see. Save plan average rating system and improvements. Recommended save plans. You now can recommend or dislike save plans. I mean, some of the recommended plans have just like meme builds, honestly. I saw this like, what was it? I checked out, I think Lee Dai Lin, maybe, who I don't remember who it was. And one of the builds was just like this meme build called like 111111111. It was basically just an RNG build, and I'm like, that's not. It wasn't even. I know it was not for Nadine because I've seen RNG build make sense for her, and I was like, what is this? Like, it'd be great to just dislike some save plans. You can only recommend or dislike the save plan once. Okay, yeah. You cannot recommend your own. Okay, makes sense. Total recommendations and current save plan recommendations are separate. Okay, I don't think so. We plan to add a standard score rating with an upcoming update. The recommendation score will reflect the percentage of recommendations / dislikes and will be weighted according to the recommended / dislike rank tier. Okay, that's fair. I don't have a problem with this. I'm glad they finally added like dislike feature or recommend, because I guess I don't want to call it like. Automatic recommendation improvements. The map shown at the beginning of the game before selecting a save plan shows your selected save plan and the automatically recommended plans. We will change the automatic recommendations to use the most recommended plans with an upcoming updated. Okay. Change automatic. Okay. Sure. I don't use recommended plans anyway, so it's not really a thing for me. Like, the ones that they listed, I search our plans beforehand. I wouldn't go into a game without knowing what the plan is before, because I like to see the route and what items they pick up. But I guess it's for like newer players. This, I don't know. Save plan improvements. Save plans will remain shared even when you make changes. Okay, fine. That one, thank you. Oh my gosh, this is. I make so many save plans, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to change this item or not. I make the change, but then I have to reshare it with people, and it's such a pain. Finally, it's just what you can keep making changes. Like this one. Great change. Recommendation plan will be accumulated for save plans that are reshared after being shared once. Oh, okay. So I guess if people keep resharing the plan after someone's already posted it, I guess it increases the recommendation data because they're like, yeah, people like this. So, makes sense. You cannot add more letters once your save plan title reaches 32 bytes. Okay, and I don't know what it says. Previously, you can only check it once you clicked. I think this was save. I guess save. Probably just formatting issue with the coding for this. Once you click save. Okay, 32 bytes, so each letter's 1 byte. So that you can have 32 characters. Well, I mean, some of them are actually a bit less. I think some like the special characters are 4 bytes, but I mean, letters and numbers are 1. So, 32 letters, numbers, could be characters I'm misremembering. Okay, we now have a language filter for save plans. I mean, I think that can be good, honestly, because KR meta is very different from NA meta. Sometimes it just seems like KR meta is behind actually our meta. Like, example would be Amp Nadine, just kind of recently picked up in KR. But we already knew the power of Amp Nadine a few weeks ago, feels like. So, it'd be great to have, like, we can look for our meta, like the NA meta, compared to the EU. Tooltips for searching materials and collecting/hunting have been improved. Okay, I don't know what this means. I'd have to see it in the game. I don't know what it means by tooltips. So, statistics played for game result. You can now check individual statistics in the game results. Scissors played are crafting number by level, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. Oh, okay. I think this is great. I think this is what people are asking for. Like, at the end game, you can see like your stats for the whole game, which I think is a great improvement. Because before it was just like kills, assists, which in solos, I mean, you have 0 assists, which I hope eventually they'll change that you can actually assist in solos. Because I think that would make the MMR more accurate. Mainly because you don't want... I think it'd be easier to... like, say, like, someone does, like, 95% of the damage, and then some random person comes from third parties and does, like, 10% of the damage. Like, that's one thing I wish they'd change to make solos have assist in it. But that's a different thing entirely. Just displaying endgame stats, I think is great. Crafting number by level, okay. Uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, okay. Damage dealt to players. Okay, this is even more detailed than I thought. I thought it would just show base damage, but now it's going to show you your normal attack damage, your skill damage, true, and trap damage. That's even better, I think. Damage dealt to wild animals, damage taken and recovery, shield damage, absorption. Some damage received for certain items is missing and will be included in upcoming build. Okay, fine. Wild animal and wick line kills divided by animal type. Okay, that's good. Camera installed, destroyed. Hyperloop uses, security console. This is great. Honestly, I can't think of another stat, really, on the top of my mind, other than I said, like, solo assist. I think I should add, but this is great. Acceptors decline matches, except, okay, that's great. Keyboard shortcuts finally in for accepting declining matches. Thank goodness. Okay, bonus and penalty adjustments according to MMR. Okay, let's see. I think this is supposed to be a big title, not a subtitle. But this is interesting. Bonuses and penalties are lessened by around 20% depending on the player MMR difference. Okay, so that's why you can see weird MMR changes. That makes sense. Kind of already predicted that. So that means... oh, but that's... yeah, okay, so your increase and decrease is, like, lessened now. That's basically what it seems like. So while penalties for players who match with other players with really low MMR have been lessened, so the bonuses received when matching with players that have a high MMR. Oh, okay. So, no. Okay, so they're saying that if you're matched with people of a higher MMR, you receive 20% more, I think? Or is it saying you leave 20% less when matched? I feel like it makes sense if they mean more. And then you get less penalties for players matched with other players. So that means they get less penalty if they match with people who are lower MMR than them? Yeah, have been lessened. Okay. It'll be interesting to see how that affects MMR. So characters. Okay, so here's actual balance adjustments. I see Rozzy kind of a little excited, and I see Lennox. I hope they didn't nerf her. We'll see. Nadine, Squirrel Trap stacking was too oppressive against melees. Okay, they're doing this again. Squirrel Trap damage is reduced by 70% if the enemy is already slowed by a Squirrel Trap. Okay. I don't know how, to be honest, how often this happened. But, okay, sure. I don't know, this is a huge nerf to Nadine, really, overall. Lennox really shines with friends, obviously. We've known this pretty much since she's come out. We've adjusted it so that she doesn't slap quite as hard, but reverting her last nerf to her solo damage. Okay, what is this? Next stack, okay, back to 2, because the last time they nerfed it was 1. So, they said I guess they said, or they thought last nerf for her wasn't good, so they changed it, reverted it. The cooldown has been increased, so it's, okay, nerf. Okay, this is new. Okay, finally, something that's only affects squads and duos, which is what they want. We're only less damage if you hit multiple enemies. In solos, I mean, yes, I guess it'd be... This could happen in solos, but I feel like it'd be less often. Like, you'd mainly have this part only if you're in, like, the final circle. So, it's like a kind of like a late game solo nerf. But otherwise, damage. They buffed her Q. Okay. Finally, a buff to Lennox, because she's so weak in solos. I know she's real strong in squads or duos, but she was incredibly weak in solos. So we got her increased damage. It's only by... I don't know why. What is the scaling? So 15, 50... Okay, this went up by 35, and then it goes up by 20. Then it goes up by 30, and then 30. That was kind of weird. Now it's just a flat 30 across the board, so I guess that's why it's still 50 here. But everything else has changed. It's just great. I think that's great. Level 2, for some reason, the exact same, just because of how the weird scaling of it before. And the outer ring HP damage has been buffed by 1% across the board. So I'd say this is something that I think they should have done like a while ago. Because I feel like this is mainly going to be duo squad nerf, but everything else will help her in solos more, so that's good. Okay, let's see Rosie. Please tell me they're actually nerfing Rosie this update. Although it may not always feel like it, Rosie is pretty in line with the rest of the characters. We're making some item changes, so we need to compensate for your favorite Enigma base HP. Wait. And then Nimble Neuron. Buffing Rosie. Excuse me. Attack power. Level 2 is buffing. We're gonna buff Rosie. You're gonna buff her W. Nimble Neuron, what are you doing? Excuse me? I was hoping for her best spell, her W, that gives healing, that prevents healing reduction. Or like, not healing, it's like an automatic healing reduction, so you don't need rhinos because her W automatically prevents healing, and lifesteal will do more damage. This one, I don't know. I don't really see people use chocolate drinks, so I don't, whatever. Attack power 0.3. Base HP up. What? Okay. I have no idea what they're doing. What are they doing? What is KR thinking? Oh, we hate Rosie. Rosie's so strong. And they're just gonna make her even stronger now. But they're saying something about item changing, so maybe they're nerfing like the boa or the Electron Blaster, because those are the only ones she uses. So we'll have to see. Maybe they nerfed the pistols into the ground. I don't know. Okay, Luke has really high stats in KR. Like they posted the stats. Let's see. Eternal. If I can find it. Eternal return stats. Like they posted the stats. They were supposed to on Mondays. I don't normally go over the stats I don't think... I like looking at them, but I don't think they'd be interesting to show off. But look, this is just all ranks right now. If you look at Luke, 10%, 10.5% pick rate. And then in Platinum 2, he had, okay, not as much in Platinum 2, it looks like, for Luke. No, that's Lennox, I can't read. 6.7% when the base is 2. Luke is very popular in KR because he has a very good early game. So, I bet you this is going to be a Luke nerf right here. That's my guess. Wait, I said that, and then look at this. I don't know, armor? Does that mean defense, I'm assuming? Anyway, Luke's doing a little too much cleaning in early game, which I already said. Especially in certain parts of the map. Yeah, alley, school. You know how many Lukes have... You've seen how many Lukes have been killed by in school. One alley, you know. We're upping his upping his early game. I was like, we're upping. I almost like, wait, they're gonna buff him. No, his early game CDs, cooldowns, but keeping his mid-late game relatively the same. Okay, so armor, I think that means defense. That'd be my guess. So he gains more defense. Okay. Her as Q cooldowns. Okay, so at 5 it's still 8, but it's 2 seconds slower. Okay, I guess that's fair. That's what they said. They're just gonna increase his early game, but it's not really his mid game, it's more his late game. Because yeah, his late game the same, but the other ones aren't that close. I mean, it's his 4. The 4 is not that bad. But the 3 difference, maybe not for the ones that are only like... Okay, actually this one is a little bit different because his Q, this one's actually getting changed. You know, 11 seconds to 12, 7, 8. I mean, the middle game, it's not too bad, but it's still a bit of a nerf, is it? So instead of 14 to 8 with a 1.5, it's now 16 to 8 with a 2-second W. Elbow grease, 8 to 6.5 changes, now 10 to 6 with 1-second changes. So it seems like they're just increasing. Oh, and now this one is E, is 18 to 10 with 2-second changes. So now 22 to 10 with 3 seconds. Okay, so this one's more like 4 seconds early game. The other ones are 2 seconds. And his R damage. Okay, so it's the same. Oh, just his. Okay, I've seen normally use R just to finish people off, but they are buffing it late game. Yeah, the thing with Luke is that you need to scale with them, and if you don't scale, he kind of falls flat. So maybe they're trying to do this to help prevent that early game, allow him to succeed in late game without needing to scale as hard. I don't know. I think I mentioned it last patch, but I said like some characters are designed for certain parts of the game more, but I haven't really thought of an opinion on this and saying if some people have claimed that it's only focused, like the game mode is only focused around early game characters scaling up and not necessarily characters who are better late game. Which I can see their point because like certain characters like Kiara have kind of fallen flat in NA. I haven't really seen much Kiara lately. Compared to like more early game characters, like I'd say like Jackie's, Luke's, I mean Kathy, but Kathy kind of came out, so it's kind of hard to say with Kathy right now. Well, I think we'll have to wait the next week to see if maybe with Adele coming out how much she changes. But I do think that there are some characters that should be better in different stages, but I don't know if the game is meant for that meta. Like having different characters better at certain stages. But I don't know. Lead Island, swapping the effects around on bottom shelf this should make for some strategic choices. So our base defense going up. Lead Island's pretty strong. I think she's like probably like A, somewhere between A and S tier. So I don't really know what this, how much of her buffs would be really needed. Blood alcohol contact attack speed increased from 10, scaling by 15% to 40. Now, early game. Oh, they're buffing her early game this time. Okay. It does more early, but the same late game. Interesting. Wait, yeah, no. I don't know. Oh, they're changing Sylvia a lot. I don't know. Oh, there is some Kathy. This is a big patch. Like, I thought this would be a short patch, but I'm already streaming for like an hour, and I haven't really covered like much of the patch so far. I mean, to be fair, I did go over this and the skin preview, but this is a big patch. This is a lot of changes, so I thought this was gonna be a bit shorter stream, but I feel like it might be a lot longer. But looks like there's Kathleen changes, but very long patch this time, so we'll have to get there eventually. So Spirited Kick, her Q damage 20 to 100, scaled by 20, but attack power by 50%. So now, oh, they're buffing. They're buffing. What? They're buffing Lee Dylin. What do the stats say? We're checking stat check. Instead of mod check, stat check. What is going on? Oh, she is kind of underperformed, but she's real strong. If you know how to use her. Again, I don't think she has a super high skill ceiling compared to like Emma. But I think she does take some time to get used to. So let's see. 2 point. Like she has a higher pick rate compared to average for platinum, and her win rate isn't that high. So maybe that's why they're buffing her. So it's interesting though. I don't. Let's see. Maybe it was based off other patches where I think they changed. What was it? The nunchuck ability, or I think they changed the glove skill. I know they changed. I think that they can't crit, which maybe it kind of impacted a bit of Lee Dylin. But I feel like people run nunchucks more. Like if I look up BSGG, we could just check. Lee Dylin, let's see. Oh, it's about 50-50 actually. I know, I see Bloodwing Knuckles, and then you'd run, Vibro Nunchaku. So you'd run crit nunchucks. And like more attack power. These are all attack power. This is like a little bit crit. But yeah, it's still 50-50. So, okay. And E, bottom shelf. Lead Island spits out cheap liquor. Yeah, cone, 50 on damage. That's what it already says by 20. Wait a minute. Wait, what's it right now then? I thought that's what it already is. Let's see. Lead Island. What? I thought that isn't that her E already? Spits out cheap liquor and a cone for our silent energy. Just movement speed by between. What is it? Okay, let me get rid of that. No, I'll just leave that. What is it get ridding? Oh, are they? Oh, they're. What is changing? 0.8 to 1.2. I have no idea. I have no idea. But what is changing with E? It seems the exact same. A silicone. By 20% movement speed from 8.8 to 2. 0.8 to 2. Tipsy silence enemy for 2 seconds. Oh. Okay. That's what I was missing. I was like, it already does that. No, this time they're doing it that you don't need to be tipsy to reduce the movement speed for enemies. Okay, that's what I was missing. Tipsy. Oh, you have to be tipsies to silence enemies. Oh. Okay, so they're swapping this. That's what's confusing me. They're swapping the tipsy status effect and the status effect. So now you have to be tipsy in order to silence them. Silencing is very, very strong. It's the only character that can silence characters, spells. It's getting silent is an example of like Sniper Eye or just Eye in general. Silencing, that means you can't use your W, which is like your strongest ability, pretty much. It can interrupt, think the even like ISR. So I guess it's good that they're changing it now, so it's not guaranteed. But most people, like any good lead island character, is going to be pretty much tipsy when you like use any of your other skills. So I don't think it's really that much of a change, to be honest. I think it's more of a change for maybe like newer players with lead island. Yeah, lead island is a very interesting character. I think, like I already said, like I think she's like already really strong, and they are buffing her just because I think they don't really use her in KR. But I think again, like I already said, like I think the meta in KR is like kind of honestly behind NA's meta, because we already know that lead island is already quite strong, and now they're buffing her again because they don't really use her in KR. So yeah, like my first character was Fiora, mainly because I needed like a little bit easier character, since I said I never played any MOBAs before. Fiora's quite easy in my opinion. So, but yeah, and I think it's a cool character. That's why I did a couple of test bot runs with her, but I think she's a bit higher. I think I'd like her to play, but I'd have to play her more to get used to her. I don't know, maybe I'll try her out a bit. I do probably try a few Sicilla games because of the skin, but I wouldn't really play Sicilla for that long, to be honest. It's just not my type of character. Anyways, Magnus. I actually gotta get through this patch a little bit because it's long and I didn't realize. So Magnus, the motorcycle menace, is showing a lot of strength according to most indicators. Okay. Stat check. I need like an emo for this, like stat check. What is this? How is he performing? 0.4% use rate. I mean, his win rate's slightly above average. He's not really picked in, let's see, unless he platinum. The reason why I know they pick him is probably Rat Jam. Like, look, 12.2, but it's like one player. That's what I see. When I see like this, like 0.5, it's like one player who plays it. I never played Sicilla. I did 2 rounds against bots with Sicilla, and I was like, she's, but I wouldn't really be using her because I hate the charges. That's the main thing. The reason why I don't like the fact that Throw and Shuriken have charges with their weapon. I think it's a insane concept because like guns don't have mag capacity or whatnot. You just magically have more infinite ammo for your gun, but for some reason your baseballs or whatever you're throwing has charges, so I don't know. With Magnus, his bat is so high, people have Rat Jam, but it's like not like many people use them. His pick rate is like 6 times lower than the average pick rate. Yeah, it's not bad if it's 50, but like the best weapons, say like Mystic Jaded Charm for Shuriken has 12 charges, and that becomes a pain. Even like, I don't know, like in KR, like let's just say like Adriana, most of them run Smoke Bomb on her. That one has like I think 20 charges, maybe 24. I think they may have changed it recently. I think last patch, 2 patches ago, the 24. And that one, I think it's enough charges, but I'm honestly not fully sure. If what like the cap, like 50 obviously is enough, no problem, but like 12 is not enough. I don't know if 20 is enough. I'm not really sure. But certain ones, like, yeah, like the Pedal Torn, which has 3 charges, but the weapon's stacked. And which makes sense. Why you want to make sure that you don't have too many max charges or to be too insane. Because in KR, there's only run. They just run Pedal Torn on Cicella. Look here. Like, oh, come on, click. Cicella, Pedal Torn, like 30% pick rate, right? It doesn't have a high win rate though. The Suasana, well, mostly because Suasana, this one you can actually route for. This one you have to get a 4 score. So that's why that one has a higher win rate. But yeah, okay. So I don't know if he's showing a lot of strength points most getting care. It seems like there's like a couple players who have like rat jammed Magnus that he has a really high win rate. So let's see. We'll keep an eye on him. We want character to have a variety of play styles. Okay, so they want him to make sure he's not rat jam. You mainly also run skill amp Magnus, I think. Change characters. We don't want. When we change characters, we don't want to, as you like to say, gut them. Okay. Damage dealt in squads. Okay, less damage overall. Yeah, because people run him in squads. Because his motorcycle is like he has his pretty good area controls. I think it's his W that makes him spin around in a circle. Good AoE. Oh yeah, the Pedal Torn takes so long. But in KR, you have people don't attack for like ages in the game. Like for KR, from what I've seen, you get like a period where people attack in like the first 5 minutes, and then no one attacks for the rest of the game until you're in the final circle, pretty much. You have a whole bunch of people die pretty quickly, but you're gonna have maybe like, I don't know, I'm gonna say somewhere between 10 to 13, maybe 10 to 12 people left, and then at that point you're not gonna really have any deaths. People are just gonna leave each other alone. So in KR, you can route for that, like long ones. You can run 6 zone builds, no problem. Just because there's a lot, because the violence. I was blown away. I was watching the streamer play in KR, and literally what happens, the final circle, there's like 6 people left, and no one's attacking each other. It's like the box, right? When they stand in, they're all just literally standing in a corner, just waiting for someone to take the first attack. And like even stand like a meter apart, and no one's gonna attack each other. Like first, really. It's insane. I have no idea why, really. It's because people want placement, that's why. Actually, I know why they want placement. So, base HP regen is going down. Okay, that's fair. His R, yep. They keep changing his R because it's really strong, especially in squads where it's AoE. So, early game's fine, but they're nerfing it late game. I don't know if 50 damage will be enough. Excuse me. And look, and they're buffing his cooldown significantly. 30 seconds increase. That's gonna hit him hard. Just gonna get some water. Why do they do that? I don't know. I said I think placement. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of blown away. Excuse me. The duration of the bike is less, so I guess you can't ride it for as long. Makes sense. Ooh, new. Hitting an enemy with the explosion reduces cooldown. Okay, by 30. Okay, so they're increasing by 30 seconds, basically to say that we want you to use this not to get away from people, but to attack people, which makes perfect sense. Because a lot of people just use this and then just bike away. Have I made the silver yet? No. Oh, no, I haven't made the silver yet. I haven't played... What is it? Ranked? I the last time I played ranked was, I think, when I streamed it. Yesterday was it the beta for a new Pokemon mobile game came out. It's called, what is it? Pokemon Unite. But it's like a mobile only available, or it's a game. It's in beta, only available in Canada. So I was playing that yesterday just 'cause it came out, and it's like a MOBA. It's a MOBA Pokemon game. I can't really say too much about it though, because it's like, when you ask to do the beta, it's like under confidentiality and such. But that's all I'll like pretty much say. But I've really enjoyed it. If you are, I don't know if you're in Canada or not, but if you are, maybe you can apply for the beta. But it's only on, it's more complicated. You can only apply for it on Android. You have to see. You have to be like, I don't know, 16 of age. But yeah, I was playing that yesterday. I found it was cool. So I didn't really play much. I didn't play any ERBS yesterday because I was playing that game instead. But I'll be playing. I'll probably do the stream schedule will probably be different. I'll have to figure out what I actually want to do, but I think I'll stream this at when the new character comes out at midnight. Well, it might be at like 12:30 or so, because depending on when they actually release my computer will actually download the patch, because sometimes it takes long. Oh, here in the US, yeah. I don't know, they generally, I've seen a lot of games be beta test in Canada. From what I've seen, the reason why is mainly for, like, culture-wise, Canada and US are, like, for gaming anyways, like, pretty similar. And there's a smaller population, and it doesn't really pick up as much on US media if you do betas in Canada. Which is so they can kind of surprise the Americans with the game. So yeah. But yeah, this is a good change. I think this is a good change for Magnus. I don't really play squad, so I don't really know how big of an impact this will have. But this is the nerf is ratting, which is fine. So, Shukai, the big boy, can be a big problem early game. Naturally, his curve is to get stronger later. Yep, and be rewarded with cooking a bunch of food. We're trying to encourage that more. Okay. Oh, I remember they nerfed this in a previous patch, and now they're changing it back. They're reverting it. Because they was a 30 before, and then they nerfed it to 20, and now it's back at 30. Okay. So it's Q, Lost in Sauce. I played a bit of Shukai because I've made a few builds for Shukai actually. I think one of them is really strong as well. It's like a Dragon Guando spear. It's a spear build with EOD for a zoner. I think it's probably you get 3 or 4 items second zone. It's like your big power spike. But I should maybe I'll play a few Shukai. I mean, not this like immediately because Dell's coming out, but maybe I'll play a few Shukai in normal because I haven't really played them too much just to show off the build. So HP cost. Okay, so it's cheaper because I don't know if you played Shukai. Shukai kind of works with that. You use HP instead of SP for all his moves, so it's basically like his SP cost. But it costs less HP, so they're buffing his W pretty much, just buffing his W so it doesn't take as much HP away. So instead of 15 increase from 30 to 90, it's only 10 from 25 to 65. But it is smaller width, so you can't you have to be more accurate with your Q shots, which that's fair. Heavy meal W, HP cost. Okay, so they're also making it less to use it. Okay, that's fair. But his damage, nerfing the early game damage significantly. Well, actually it's across the board, flat. Oh no, but it's even more 50 originally. So this is like 40 increase. This one is 45 increase. But yeah, significant damage from his W. Okay, early game here, his W sucks. My goodness. So extra damage to movement, impaired enemies. Okay, so it's like 2 to 4% match HP. Okay, they're nerfing. Okay, they're trying to nerf his early game. Nerfing early game, but buffing end game. Okay, which is what they're trying to say here. They're trying to make him strong late game. Which is fair. Walk it off E. Because I've seen people try to beat Grief Shukai. So, it's fair that you're going to nerf it early game. Walk it off E, HP. So, yeah, it's decreasing. So, they're decreasing how much HP it costs for all his moves. Except for R. I think his R's HP as well. It might be SP, I don't remember. And then his W going through. So far, I think it's fair. Shukai's already kind of strong. Is already pretty strong. But I mean, it is kind of like this is more of a skill shot. This is like more buff, so it takes. You'll have to do more damage now in order to kill Shukai because it costs his moves take less HP to use. So, we'll have to see how much that impacts the meta. Okay, so Shoichi. Okay, they're doing more item changes. So we like to see you pull off some sorcerer like magic and businessman. His Q, good faith, damage is being buffed late game. Okay, I mean he's not really used much in NA because Shoichi's a ping reliant character. But I think that's good. To be fair, but maybe it won't be as good in KR. Maybe this is like a terrible change in KR. Maybe it might be too strong. Yeah, wrong stats. Like, I mean, okay, like at Platinum 2 or higher, he is chosen a lot. But he doesn't win as much. He's not really chosen much in like all ranks though. I mean, higher than average. But yeah, he seems to be chosen a bit more, but not. Doesn't win as often. But it's mainly a higher rank compared to lower, because he is a high skill ceiling, I think, for as well, because he's like very trick shot reliant. Yep, so Sylvia, early game strength down, late game strength up. This makes it more rewarding to take full advantage of her passive. Yeah, it's because Sylvia's early games were real strong. So I have nickname Hotel Sylvia because you can basically kill anyone at Hotel. Early game. So HP per level is down. Armor, I think defense per level down. Attack power per level is up. Okay. So what they want. Okay, so it wants her to be not be able to take as many hits, but just able to output more damage. Okay, they're nerfing her passive again. Again, it used to be 15, they buffed it to 18, and now they've reverted it back to 15. I guess they found it was too strong before. I don't really see much people actually get the full passive ability, to be honest. Maybe it's more of like people in higher tiers do. Most of the time I see people only get to like 10 to 12 zones. Well, 8 to 12 zones. But so power, her Q can now move while using. Okay, actually that's good. Now you don't have to stop to use it. Cooldown is going up though in early game. That's fair. And 0.0505 seconds reduced late game. Okay. Good. I guess it's fair. Like I said, her early game's so strong, so they're just trying to make it that they nerf her early game. Finish line W cooldown, getting buffed. Or like, sorry, nerfed. I meant like buff, like they increased it, but it's a nerf. even her late, oh, they nerfed her late game as well. Okay, so from 15.5 to 13.5, 0.5 second adjustment to now 18.14 1 second. Movement speed reduction from 40 to 60 by 5% increase. Now it's 25 to 65% late game, or like 10% increase. So this one I think is major. I'm trying to think. Finish line W, is that? No, this is the. Okay, this is the one with like the finish line, right? Oh yeah, it's like finish line, not the bike skill. So, oh well, yeah, I don't know. I have like Sylvia. I've wanted to try her out, but I mean, this is kind of like, yeah, nerf. So front flip the W. So this is the bike W. Airborne duration. It's from 0.5 to 0.2. Okay. Spare tire E. That's the bike E. Cooldown is a significant nerf early game. Yeah, significant nerf. Even late game is still like 1 second higher. So that's just like a nerf. Switch gears or R's or bike. So movement speed increase. So it's from 0.15 to 0.35 originally, but 0.1 increase for. But now they're buffing it late game, but keeping the same early game. Okay. Movement speed reduction while bike startup. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, this is quite interesting. Because now it's at max R, you can just go immediately. Interesting. Bike startup time, it takes a bit longer now though. Okay. So, Jackie. Slight adjustment to her range, so the serial killer can kill more weapons. So, okay. Two-handed sword, attack range is now 2 meters instead of 1.9. Deal swords. I think they meant dual swords. That was probably misspelled. Dual swords. Attack range is up by 0.05. I think it's a little bit less, but I think this one's the most significant one. Very interesting. Okay, Adriana. I'm really hoping they buff her here because she's pretty weak. I mean, she's still better. She's better in duo squad for sure, but she's not that strong. Attack power. Okay, it is a buff there. Her oil slick W width is slightly nerfed. I don't know how much that's going to impact. 0.05 meters. It's like, that's like 5 centimeters. I don't really know how much that's going to affect it. That's annoying to kill. Oh yeah, I know. I know. I'm hoping with this will be an Emma nerf. To be honest. And Pyromanic, her passive, so 4 to 10, 15%. So, okay, so they're buff. Okay, it is a buff. I honestly think Adriana deserves a buff. One of the streamers I know isn't. Okay, I have to wait the Kathy nerf. See, but I think Kathy's already real strong. I understand why. I want to mainly see at the stats, what they say, but right now her stats are real high, but I'm not sure it's because she's new or if she's too strong. Except in ranked, she's like double the pick rate. And her win rate, I mean, it is a bit lower for platinum. But in all, right now, she's at 11% pick rate and a higher win rate. So, but I don't know if it's because she's new or if because she's good. At the moment, yeah, she is strong, which is why I understand why they're nerfing her. But again, I don't know if it's her pick rate right now is high mainly because of she's new. I'm waiting to see the stats will be after Della's been out, if she's still quite high. Because I was waiting to see how that with Luke, because I thought it was high, but Luke still picks so often. So I think this is just Luke is really strong early game, which I understand why they need to nerf his early game. But I have to wait with Kathy. But currently, I do agree she does She does still feel strong though, but I mean not as strong obviously since they nerfed her last patch. But yeah, Adrian nerf or Adrian buffs. Great. I think she needs them. Okay. Emma, overall Emma isn't that strong. Excuse me. Nibble neuron. Mod check nibble neuron here. Emma isn't that strong. Okay. Emma mastered higher tiers, however, tend to dominate more often than they should. This is mostly due to her late game strength and zone control. Wait, if they're saying that she's good at high tiers, doesn't that mean she's strong? Excuse me, what? The base armor, I still think armor means defense. I think it's just a mistranslation. So, is being buffed, so they're buffing her early game. Her armor per level 1.6 is being, so her defense per level gain is decreased though because they want to make her weaker late game. Her R dove damage 75 to 225, now it's 125 to 175 nerf. Hat change 225 to 275 plus 25 per level is now 200 to 250 25 per level, so nerf. Recharge time is 18 to 15, 1.5 seconds by level, and now it's just a flat 16. Don't know how to feel with that. That means it's gonna be, she'll be slightly weaker late game. I don't know how much time 1 second will change, to be honest. I don't know if that's too short of a recharge time. It's 1 second. I think if they add, I think it might even need to be like 1 or 2 more seconds higher than that, to be honest. Because yeah, it's like 1 second, which means that I think she can have, she has 2 charges at max, which means that she has 0, instead of taking 30 seconds, takes 32 seconds, which isn't that much, to be honest. I think if they change to like 18 seconds, I don't know if it needs to be that high. I'm not really sure, but I don't think 16 is enough with recharge time. But they are nerfing the damage, so I'm curious to see how that's going to impact things. Skill width has been adjusted to properly match the indicator. Wait. Has been adjusted. Wait, so was this like supposed to happen buffed last patch, but it didn't happen? So they've now changed it. That'll actually be this. So that means it's easier to land skill shots, is what they're saying. Like to land the hats and the doves and whatnot. Okay, I don't know. Yuki, what? Yuki is still showing very poor performance in upper tiers, even though he's the top 3 most picked character in KR. Okay. 7.8% pick rate. Low tiers, higher tiers, 6.6% pick rate. Okay. It's mainly because of that. It's slightly below average, but look at this. Shuichi's at 3%, but they're not doing anything about him. Oh, this isn't. I didn't even see they added this. All melee versus ranged. See, range has a higher win rate than melee does. Even though more people pick melee. I mean, I was just expecting. I didn't realize. Okay. Poor performance. The cause appears to be in somewhat rigid and linear playstyle. We're adjusting his range a bit so he can make better use of his Q. So they're buffing Yuki. Why? Again. 7.8%. If you want to add these ones up together, that's 11% pick rate for Yuki. That means you're going to see about 2 Yukis on average per game. Approximately. It's like 18, it's around the 20. Okay. Okay. Sword. And it's the same with Jackie, though. They changed the swords with Jackie as well. The twin swords and the dual swords. Twin. Like, twin sword. Twin and dual swords would be the exact same thing. I think they meant two-handed. And it's E. Okay, they're nerfing the E cooldown, even though I think they buffed it. I think it's just being reverted back. I don't think they actually changed it. Okay, they're doing what they did with the same with Magnus, which I think is great. No, to prevent ratting. So they're buffing it by 3 seconds, or 2, wait. Oh, okay, so it's instead of being it before, like, increased by, like, for Magnus, it was by 30 per seconds, and if you hit it, it decreased by 30 seconds, so it would be the same. This time, they're increasing by 2 seconds, but if you hit it, it cools down by 3 seconds, which means that it'll have a lower cooldown than the original one if you land it. So it would be a buff if you hit them. Okay. I think it's good that they're trying to prevent this, because I hate Yukis who run away so much. You just, with the EWE, it's such a pain. I'm really hoping this will fix it, but I don't know if it really will, to be honest. Let's see. Kathy's still showing a touch too strong in all modes, synergizing too well with high attack power items. Lowering her ratio will help reduce that, so damage down in duos and squads is both nerfed. Okay. Pass. I was scared to see how Kathy is in duo and squad. I still think she should be strong anyway, because of her passive. Our passive. Our RP under the knife passive wound duration is less. Yeah, I honestly thought her passive was way too strong. Yeah, Yuki, Rat Yuki, no burst. That's what I'm just saying. Wound damage, max HP is currently 5% plus 100% attack power. So now it's 4% with an 80%. So this is just a nerf of passive, nerf passive. Her shield, 110 to 220, increased by 55. With 40% attack power ratio, with now it's 100 to 200, so this is by 50. Okay, and it's 30% attack, so yeah, flat nerf to the passive. I think her passive is already really strong, so I understand why the bleed on Kathy is, yeah, is real strong. Okay, double pass her Q damage. Currently at 20 to 140 with 30% increase each level, 60% attack power. Now, okay, so it's still the same, but the attack power is nerfed by 40, so it's like the frag rack won't be as strong. Which, like, the frag rack's the yellow dagger, legendary dagger. Okay, I think that's fair too. So it'll be. Yeah, I think it's fair. Overall, Fiora does a little too well early for a character that lives for the ancient light game. Okay, I don't know. Two-handed sword attack range increase again. There's the increasing two-handed sword attack range for all characters. You think people will still play her right? Yeah, I think Kathy's already incredibly strong. I think the numbers probably will go down a little bit. But I still think she's an incredibly strong character. And base attack power is being nerfed. Okay. Her SP cost is decreasing. That's fair. So it doesn't drain as much SP for her R. Damage, 25-45, 10 ratio. Plus attack power, really the 30% based off the level is now 20-50, so it's okay. So this is by 10, now this is by 15. So it's just, yeah, so it's just nerfed early game but buffed late game. Yeah, so it's like 4, okay. What is this? Plus 14%, okay. Attack power. That's fair. I think it's just made my argument that some characters are better early game compared to late game. Fior's just one of those early game characters. But they're trying to balance it that they'll all be equal each stage of the game, but I think that's going to be impossible, to be honest. I think just the characters kit will make certain characters better at certain parts of the game. But I don't know if the game's designed to have that, as in, it might be better for some characters. Some characters will be easier than others in the game because the game's only meant for like early game characters, as an example. But heart, slight adjustment in early survivability, defense increase. Okay, that's fair. I think it's a minor change. Young Woo, Glove Young really packs quite the punch. He's a bit of an outlier in all indicators. Stat check, Young Woo. Slightly higher win rate. Wait, actually, slightly higher. Oh no, he has like one of the highest win rates. Okay, well, with Glove. Yeah, Glove Young, which they said. And higher pick rate. Okay, I'll give you that. How about in Platinum or higher? Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll give you Glove Young is strong. We don't want to really hurt him. So slight adjustments, some item change. Okay, so they're changing. I want to see what items are changing. What is going on? Base power down. Okay, yeah. First, his E cooldown is being nerfed early game. So from 13 to 11 originally to now, like with 0.5 second change each level to 15 to 11 with 1 second change each level. Okay, that's fair though. Based off the stats, yeah, he's kind of overperforming. And I still see Young Woo in NA. I think pretty good too. So I think it's fair. Okay, let's see what they changed with Hedgen. Please tell me she is being nerfed. Please, 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 Hedgen. The Star-Crossed Shamans, very strong in upper tiers, were averse to totally killing her damage. I don't know if you get that pun. Ba-doom. Okay. But she needs some slight adjustments. A little bit less damage, but some lower SP cost should help. So her passive, free calamities. Time until fear can be reapplied this is a nerf. Okay. Her fear is so strong. Thank you. They're finally nerfing the fear. I'll take it. Charm of Despair, her Q. SP cost 40 to 60. Wait. They nerfed the fear, but they're technically buffing the Q. What is this? Okay, it's just the SP cost, so I don't know. It's not that bad. Damage 100 to 200 with 25 increase. Now 100 to 180 with 20%. Okay, that's a nerf. Hedgen nerfs are finally in the game. Thank goodness. They really have finally they added the nerfs to Hedgen. Charm of Nomon, her E. Please tell me that she can run so far. I want them to decrease the range that she can teleport. That's the thing. Teleport, honestly, the time is so annoying, but I think the main thing that bugs me most is the range of it. How far she can teleport. Compared to, say, Aya or, Adriana, she can go incredibly far. She can do a lot of teleports. She has, a bunch of teleports that only she can perform. Just because of how far the range teleport is. There's one in, Forest to Chapel, as an example, that you go through, the little building in Forest. And you can teleport all the way across that Forest part to Chapel. And only she can do that. Which is, I think, is insane. But reactivation damage, 50 to 150, 25% damage increase each level, and 50% now. It's 50 to 170. Wait. They're buffing the E. They're buffing the teleport. Why? It's a little bit smaller, so you have to be a little bit more accurate with your shots. Makes it a little bit more. No, but SP costs. Okay, so it costs more early game, but it's the same late game. Because it used to be flat 80, now it starts at 120, goes down to 80 with 10 SP less each slot. Thoughts? Fear. Thank goodness they changed it. Fear, because fear's so annoying. The Q damage nerf. Great, I'll take it. E damage buff. No, I don't really know if I feel don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. Okay. Now weapons. Okay, they said they're doing a bunch of changes with weapons. I'm curious what's going on. Pistol skill amp per mastery level is being nerfed. Okay, so you're not gonna really. I think this mainly affects Aya, and I say even Sylvia. Sylvia's mainly skill amp. I've seen more in KR, from my understanding, than NA. But it'd be definitely nerfed to Aya, Pistol Aya. Pistol Aya is used probably I think the highest percentage out of all. Devil's Marksman skill amp is being nerfed. Again, this would be mainly skill amp. So I think this is mainly for Pistol Aya, to be honest. Electron Blaster, extra normal attack damage, down by 3. Okay. They made it sound like they were going to nerf it, like, into the ground, or, like, real heavy. This is 3 damage. Electron Blaster, which I guess Rossi uses it. But compared to the buffs they gave, let's say just Rossi, like, so it says they're doing it because some items are changed. There's an example. This is the pistol. I don't know if it's really worth it so far. Maybe other weapons change, but this would be mainly for like Rossi, or like in NA I see more like Sylvia use pistol, like Electron Blaster. Guitar, and obviously it's just gonna affect heart. Satisfaction lifesteals being buffed. Satisfaction is like the main guitar used, and they're buffing it. Oh my gosh. They used Satisfaction for Enad, and now they're gonna buff it. Okay. Teen Spirit. I don't really see people use Teen Spirit, to be honest. Or what is Teen Spirit? Is that the... Let's see. Is that like the purple weapon? Not purple, sorry, the blue weapon before? Guitars. Where are you, guitar? There you were. Teens. No, it's this one. Oh, is this the... Oh, this is the... No, this is the Enad one. But I mainly see people run Satisfaction. That is Enad, but I think it's the life... You want the attack speed. And they're gonna buff it. What? Okay. Maybe the routing for this one people don't do. Not sure. But I think those are the two main guitars and they're buffing them. I don't know. I don't really see like any other guitar. But okay. Dagger. Rose knife. Okay, the rose knife I think is the green dagger. But they're reducing the CDR. They're doing that because they want to reduce the CDR on the purple, the Carwinen. Okay, that's fair. I've seen Carwinen. I've seen more. At least in the NA, I mainly see people have mainly been using Vibra for Kathy. I think more in KR, but I've seen a bit more Carwinen for Kathy. So that might be that'd be the reason. It's normally like Shukai and Shoichi are running Mount Slicer for scaling up. It'd mainly be Jackie and Kathy. That'd be nerfed too. That's fair. CDR, all pretty much Apricot Sword, which is the blue sword. CDR is going down. Again, these CDRs are going down because this one's going down. because Duraludon, like Durandal MK2 is built out of Apricot Sword as well as the Volsoletto. So they just want to make them like be the same. That's fair. Joyce attack. Okay, so this is like the strong Mithril Rapier. It's going down. Yeah, going Carwin. Yeah, for Kathy. Yeah, I've been seeing that more often for Kathy, at least in NA. But I think in KR they still mainly use Vibroblade. But they just raised the CDR 2%. I don't think that'll be too much. I think it's more like an early game. I mean, yeah, it'll be more than nerf, but I mainly say early game because at late game, if you upgrade your craft mastery, then you're gonna get your CDR back anyway because you'll make items more efficient than late game. But Joyce is the Mithril Rapier, which I already said was like real strong. They're nerfing it, but don't know if this will be a significant for, but I mean they only really do that for most things. They only do like 4, so. Bat, Statue of Soteria being nerfed. Fair, honestly, it's fair. Monkey King Bar, attack power, 50, 45. Okay, that's fair too. It's for Luke mainly. The mallet, though, this is really interesting. The recipe's changing. They're making it easier to build mallet. Electron, okay. This is gonna have to be a route 1. Okay, I'm gonna pull up Lumia. Alright, probably do Bat. Like right now, because Mallet's guaranteed 3 zones right now. You can't do 2 zone. But if I look up weapon, what is it? Bat. Mallet. Because right now, okay, the scrap metal. Okay, where can you get battery? I think factory for both these. No. Okay, you have to go 2 different zones for that, but where? Wait, but the scrap you just get from factory anyway. You're gonna do factory for those ones. Okay, you start that bamboo. Okay. Okay, because most people go I think factory because you get nail, scrap, and battery all from factory. Bamboo. What is this? Bond. Temple, archery, cemetery, forest, beach, uptown, hotel. No, none of these are the same. I still think it's gonna be 3 zones. Because I say that you do factory because I think those are the only 2 that go factory. See, avenue. Oh no, you can do avenue for both the battery. But none of these 2 don't share a zone at all. I think it's still gonna be 3 zones. Dock Avenue Factory. Yeah, I don't think it's I don't think it's gonna. I don't see a route that would make it any less zones because you can do archery for those. But do these even share a zone? No. Beach, uptown, hotel. No. It's still a 3-zone weapon. I understand why they made it. They made it less, but it's a scrap less. It's not. Your routes are gonna still be practically the same. There's Avenue Factory, yeah. So I don't think it's gonna be too much of a change, to be honest. Maybe inventory space, but a lot of people use multiple scrap metal for Luke anyway. So I don't know. Spine Umbrella now has SP regen on it. You think? Yeah, I mean, maybe they. Oh, and that's a good point though. Like maybe they want to make it so that there's more scrap available for other people to use. That's fair. Okay, I guess I can see that. Okay. I think it's not too big of a change though overall. I don't think. Spy Umbrella has SP regen now. Very interesting. A lot of people don't run Spy Umbrella because Skill Lamp is not that great for Magnus or Luke, really. You'd much rather have the... Like, the only reason why you'd really have Skill Lamp is for the bike for Magnus. Because you want to do a lot of damage, and it's best with Skill Lamp percentage Skill Lamp. Crossbow. I don't know. So I don't know if people really use a Spy Umbrella or not. Crossbow attack speed is going up. Why? I first thought crossbows. Okay, my bow's been used more now because in KR I said like they've kind of noticed that amp Nadine's really good, so that's why it's been going up in higher range. But still, it's about the same for other ranks. Why? Why did they increase attack speed? They're nerfing Golden Ghost. I think that's... I think there's a lot of good crossbow options. I think Golden Ghost is probably... I think most of the crossbows are honestly fine, to be honest. The only ones that cut a bit of the beam one is the Ballista, which you use just the grief. I think... I don't really see much Ballista, or like... Haven't really seen any popular Ballista builds, but maybe it's like Ballista's used in KR and I don't really know. But they're saying Golden Ghost is overtuned, which we can do a stat check because it's only used on Nadine crossbows. So let's see. Golden Ghost the Golden Ghost is the highest pick rate. Okay, so actually the one Legend of the General is not picked that much. Ballista, yeah, not picked that much. So yeah, Golden Ghost is the most used, then it's the Sniper Crossrow. This one is the Force Core one, which is why it has a high win rate. But I guess it's fair. I mean, Sniper Crossbow has... That's the one I was thinking of, Sniper Crossbow, because you get vision range, which is like really good with Nadine. But, okay. I guess they don't want to make other weapons choose more. Nunchuk. Breath of the Dragon, the D skill has... Okay, so it gets decreased at late game. And okay, this is just for Lead Island, because she's the only one using nunchucks. And Skill Amp's going up in Smiting Dragon, which... Is that the one that Meeple mainly use? I thought mainly they used the Vibro. There's only two nunchuck options. So, and most people use Vibro, so they're trying to make it so that people would use Smiting. But there's no reason really. I don't think it's gonna make people change because you don't run Skill Amp on Lead Island. You run attack speed crit, so I don't think it's gonna do much. They're increasing the attack range for all dual swords and two-handed sword characters. I don't know if this includes. I don't know exactly what this includes. Like, so they already said on like each character that they're increasing by like 0.5 for dual swords. Does this mean that it gets an additional 0.5 just because they are dual swords, or is this like, do they stack? That's the main thing I'm wondering. So it's actually, so they get this plus whatever they added there. So it's actually more like a 0.1 increase. I don't know. Caltrop. They nerfed this last patch, and now they're rebuffing the Caltrops. Why? Caltrops are probably one of the strongest D skills out there, and yet they're buffing it. Okay. Wind and Fire Wheel attack power is going down. That's because everyone uses Wind and Fire Wheel, mainly because it actually has 50 charges. And the routing's not that bad for it. Mystic J Charm, which is probably the best non yellow Shuriken is being nerfed. Makes sense. Oh, yeah, I haven't... We'll see this. So, then two-handed, normal attack range being, increased, which I already said that, okay, I don't know the range stat. They're buffing... Why? Why are they buffing this sword? This is the yellow sword, two-handed sword. Lavatine, it's already so good. I have no idea why they're buffing it. It's a Yuki buff, because Yuki will definitely always like switch into this one. 15. I don't know why. It seems like they... I don't know this one. I have to check. Okay, what is it? Two-handed sword right here. Oh, because this is, what is this, the 4-square one? No, this is the blood sample one. Yeah, okay. That makes sense why there'd be more, but a lot of people use this one. I don't know why they buffed it. It's like a Yuki buff. Yeah, sniper. So sniper projectile speed. Okay. Finally. I think this is great, to be honest. Because I think this will make it so that you can take down cameras faster. That's what I'm hoping. So, hopefully that'll happen. Polaris is being nerfed and damaged, increased ammo. Honestly, the ammo with sniper is not really used too much. Deadly range ammo going up to 2, though. I think that's more significant than Polaris, because 1 to 2 means you don't have to reload after each time you're trying to take down a freaking camera. Versus like 3 to 4. I mean, this means that you don't have to reload to kill a camera, because it takes 4 shots with a pistol. So this one means that you only have to reload twice versus 4 times, which is great. But yeah, maybe this is just good. I think also, I guess this is just to finish people off. But a lot of times you're just using skill amp on sniper. Polaris is kind of, I don't know, because it'd only be an Aya, right? So Aya snipers, we have, like, I run the TAC 50, which is like one of the lowest use ones. But compared to Polaris, I don't know. It doesn't really win. Sniper Eye is not that great, to be honest. Like, her stats, she's probably like one of the weakest stats, I think. 1.4 use rate. Doesn't have a high win rate. Here, she's like, look, 2.2 with a win rate starting at 6.2. I think this is the lowest win rate. Yeah, Sniper Eye is the lowest win rate. But and it doesn't have a high pick rate either. I'm surprised they didn't rebuff it, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, good change here. I don't really play Polaris, but I think the ammo is just mainly for the cameras. And this is just because everyone's been using Polaris, I think. Tonfa. Okay, D-skill Tonfa ability as being buffed late game. Defense going up. What is this? Okay, Tonfa. There. This one. Okay, I see this one used a lot more. But I think, I know this is built in one zone. What is it? 6. Lifesteal. Attack, power, defense. Okay, that one has lifesteal on it. Tactical. But this one, they're buffing this one. I guess, I don't know how the use rates of my soy. What is it? Oh, that's Young Will. I guess it's because it doesn't have a high pick rate compared to the other ones. It does have a high win rate, though. But they're just buffing defense across the board. 3 for each one. Buffing they're buffing Tonfa because everyone uses glove, because the glove skill is probably one of the best skills out there. Best weapon skills, I mean. Okay, throw grenade. Antioch's being nerfed. This weapon's so hard to build. It has so little charges. I understand why. It has a high win rate because it's a very good weapon, very powerful. You use this mainly on Adriana, but it's so hard to build, and it has so little charges. I don't think it does hit like a truck, but I think it has 8 charges, maybe 10. I think it's 8 charges. I can just check. Throw. Here it is, Grenade of Antioch. Look at how hard. You have to make an RDX, which you use anyways, I think, to make smart bombs normally. You get grenade, and then across. 8 charges on it. And the recharge time is quite long. I don't know where to say the recharge time. Actually, it doesn't say the recharge time on it. No idea what the recharge time is, but it's quite long. I don't know the exact one. And David Sling's being nerfed again. Who uses David Sling? I think, let's see, Adriana. Not really an Adriana. Who is it? Sahir, Cicella. But I think those are your other choices. Cicella. Okay, Cicella uses David Sling. Yeah, you're not going to use it on him. You're going to use Ruthenium. So it's just, that's just Cicella nerf for them. But I don't really see it used much in... I don't really see throw Cicella too much, to be honest. I don't really know. So, okay, armor. Optical camo, defense is going down, so nerf to crit. Mithril armor, defense going up, but skill damage reduction is going down. Okay, I think this is revert from the last patch, because I think they changed to 13 last patch, and then they decided, I guess, there's too much skill damage reduction. Yeah, I guess, and just as a result, it's kind of like a mixed bag. It's like a nerf and a buff. Like, so I guess it's not as good against skill damage, but it's better against the other damage. I don't know, just like melee, crit. Commander's armor is being buffed. Oh yeah, mainly because Commander's armor is only good if you really upgrade Cabana, and all he needs a meteorite for it. EOD, okay, this is fair. EOD is currently probably like the strongest chess piece out there, and they are nerfing it. Even though I use EOD, or I try my best to use EOD, I definitely agree that it's way too strong. It's very overpowered. Because I think it even has... I think it even had more HP than, that Sunset. Let's see, what was Sunset? Because it was basically just a direct upgrade. Sunset, yeah, it's no, Sunset's 360 HP and 22 defense. Well, this is more defense, a little bit less HP. It has all this other 10% CDR, less damage, 12 damage, plus 1 HP regen. But I mean, it's a hard thing to build, right? Which is why, for me, I normally build Sunset first, because it's really easy to build. Oop, I didn't mean to click on that. But understandable why they're nerfing it. Fair nerf. I'll be sad. I really like EOD. I probably still build EOD. Just the main thing would be the HP. You're losing a lot of HP. Okay. Chain off cooldown is going down. Close helm cooldown. I think the Chinkoff is the green headpiece which you use to upgrade to Mithril helm. And like Imperial Bergnet. And close helm is cooldown's going down as well. Tactical ops helmet attack speed is being increased. The cooldown is going down. No, sorry, I'm actually looking. I've been learning a little bit, trying to about Korean language, so I'm just reading this. And I'm like trying to remember how to pronounce it, the Hangul language of it. That's all. I think it's Okay, what is this one? Gamsa? No, Gamso. I don't remember. I think that one's. I think it's S. Yeah, I think it's a Gamso, but I don't know what it means. I just pronounced what it is. Arm, Sword Stopper, critical damage reduction going down. Yeah, Sword Stopper is like pretty easy to build, and very strong arm piece. It's fair. Oh yeah, I'm losing my CDR on this. This is the one I built, Imperial Bergnet. It's going down. A little unfortunate. Knee pad recipe. Oh. Okay, so they're making knee pads harder to build now. This pretty much means you're gonna have to go to the hospital. You can get this one zone hospital, glue and tights. Versus you can get tights from like Avenue. Like, where can you currently get tights? Tights, Avenue, Hospital, oh, and Forest. Oh, you can even, I don't really see people run Forest, to be honest. But glue, let me think what has glue on it. Anything with glass panels, so it would be, like here, let me just do optics. Optics would use glue. Yeah, that means all builds are going to be going through a hospital now. Whoever uses the knee pads, the EODs would be like... I mean, Kiara, an example, would use like EOD boots. She already has her build go through a hospital. So, I mean, that's not too much of a change. But you're going to have to go through a hospital now if you want EOD boots. Okay, this is the new item. Okay, let's see. Tachyon brace. Okay, it's a purple. Knee pad plus motor. Oh my gosh, look at this. 0.38 movement speed. You're like supersonic racing with these boots. My goodness. With 10% CDR, 15 defense. How fast is Hermes is like 0.4 in combat. No, oh, fine. That's like, but I say like super fast, but I mean most boots are like 0.35. Feathers 0.4. So, but it has CDR on it. That's the main thing. These boots are CDR boots. I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking 0.3. It was real quick, but it's not. I'm thinking like I think my boot's like 35. Like Bucephalus is 33. So it's the second fastest green boot or green, purple boots. Because Feathered's still faster. But as CDR, it's actually going to be real important. I might even try running this on for doing an Aya build. I just have to do the routing for it, because the CDR is mainly for your skill amp characters, like Aya, Emma, Cicella, Hedjin, Shoichi, like, be very interesting to run to see, but it might be, I'll have to see if this is then, I'm just thinking for my own build here. Normally run straight jackets because you don't want the SP regen, but maybe you could just do you might be able to just do Uchiwa if you want the CDR. So it might not be as good as I'm thinking, because I think maybe you want your SP for regen. I might try a build with it, the new item, new legs. But I don't know. And the routing, making motors, you'd have to basically RNG out off of Wolf. Probably. I mean, motor's a pain. Because I think the route that I run, you can't get scrap metal. I think you need that to get motor. I'm thinking, no, okay. Like what is motor? I think it's, yeah, it'd be factory plus wherever piano wire is. Or dock. I think yeah. Dock or factory plus whoever piano wire is for this item. So you could do like dock chapel, factory chapel, dock beach. What is this? Oh, uptown. And hotel, okay. So yeah. You can, I think it'd be with the boots, okay, so there'd be 2 zones, but then your knee pads is glue. You can get this in you can get scrap in hospital. But no, you wouldn't be able to get your battery in those routes. Do these share a route, the battery and the piano wire? I don't think they do. Dock Avenue. No, they don't share a route, so it'd have to be like 3. I think they'd have to be 3 zone boots if they're making glue, because you're gonna have to go hospital for the boots. I think it'd be 3 zone boots, so maybe it's not as good as I'm thinking. Boots are harming defense, anyways. Boots are harming defense is going down. Fair. Probably the best boots in the game. Well, they are the best boots in the game by far. So, ooh. Wait, so there's new knee pad, or new leg, and there's also a new accessory. Interesting. Ooh, it's a moonstone recipe, okay. What is purified water? Oh, okay, yes, I know what purified water. Wait, so what? Purified water plus a moonstone. Okay, a very odd choice of recipe. Defense 14, SP regen 200%, that's pretty good. Flat skill, okay, flat skill, so this would be like Adriana. You'd probably want to learn this in Adriana. And vision, yeah, I think this is an Adriana accessory item. Because you want your SP regen and your flat skill amp, or flat skill damage. And what, you need a lighter and ice. So, I think, which I think you can probably get that on. I think the route you do is Avenue, Forest. Well, you could probably do Avenue, School, Forest, Beach, Hotel. That's like the meta Adriana route, and you can make that on it. Okay. Flower of Fates, CR, Nerfed. The HP on the accessories are both going down by 20. These are the only HP accessories. A little unfortunate, again, because it's HP is really helpful for your skill amp characters, especially late game. But I don't know, 20. Yeah, 20. It probably depends, I guess, with others. Like now, with like say when I run like Schrodinger's EOD, it's gonna be like 50 HP less, which can be like change between like winning and losing. Because you're gonna have like 50 HP less. Okay, Fish Stew is 550 for. Okay, so Fish Stew is being nerfed pretty much, less recovery. Yes, you get more stacks, so I guess it's. Was it 1100 versus 1350. But it's not too... I still say it's a nerf. It's like kind of like steak, right? Where it doesn't recover as much. So it's still better to just make the baked carb. Yep, I think it's baked carb with stone, which is it's easier to get. Well, to be honest, normally let's say like places like forest or pond, they're equally easy. Water. No, what is it? Yeah, water versus stone. But no, yeah. So they're not that hard. I'd still just use the stone instead of the water. Anyways, slight trap adjustments for things that were a little weird early. Okay. Enhanced mouse traps, 160 and 140. Okay, sure. Explosive tracks, 186. Ooh, okay, this is the thing I'm very interested about. Jungle Guillotine. Mousetrap plus kitchen knife is now Mousetrap plus rusty sword. Okay. I think they're doing that because because of all the sword users, they want to make sure there's more knives available for like upgrades like frag rack. Example. Because you generally don't have enough inventory to make traps early on. So, but they're going to do swords. So I guess it's going to impact less swords for your two-handed sword users. Or, I think dual swords, you'd also use rusty sword as well. So where'd even rusty swords even go? Okay, look. Two-handed, rusty sword, dock, chapel, archery. Okay, yeah, I knew dock. Forgot about chapel, to be honest. Okay, how many even are? I don't even remember how many are there on the map, to be honest. I had to look in game. I think. I mean, it's good for your dagger user, but I think it's might be a nerf for your jungle guillotines. To be honest, I think you'll have less available because a lot you also use rusty sword for the Gojin, Revenge of the Gojin, your accessory, as well as like your. I think you're two-handed as well. I think as dual swords. I think dual swords as well. Your twin swords, yeah, and your twin swords. So okay. The items are being adjusted. So this may explain why. Oh yeah, and double guillotines do less damage. That's fair because double guillotines are quite strong with the root or the root. I think they're root. New items. Okay, so they're buffing Rusty Sword because of the change with the jungle guillotine. Spare. More batteries. Less kitchen knives. Okay, that's interesting. That's gonna impact your dual sword user. And I guess late game upgrading to like frag rack as example. Your snare is going from less snares, more lighters. Okay, I guess that's good. I mean, it just means a lot of people already just have been leaving lighters now because it's 2 instead of 3 stacking. But I think more lighters is just good overall. Less Stallion Mallows and Alley. Okay, more glue. Again, the glue's because of the new item. Or not, yeah, the new item, the boots. Hotel. Kitchen knife. Okay, yeah, less kitchen knives, more ice. Ice is fair. I think that's also for the new item, though. Razors down, cotton gloves down, ice up, glue up, new items. Kitchen knife down. Buddhist scriptures up. Interesting. But it's fair, I think, just because the only place you can get Buddhist scripture is temple, or like I think off bats. So, I think it's fair. Yeah, a lot of people also kind of troll and use Monk's Robe plus Blue Scripture to make the accessory, just to do it so the other people can't make their stuff. So, Rusty sword up in archery because of the new changes. Snare down. Okay. Bamboo trap. Bamboo trap. Wait, what? Okay. Does this mean mouse traps? Or does this mean bamboo? Bamboo traps you have to make with you can't just find bamboo traps. I don't know if this means mouse traps or bamboo. I have to check what the numbers are currently, and that would tell me which one it is actually being changed. Factory. Less crossbows. Okay, more glue again. Oh, okay, less chapel, less crossbows, more swords. School. Oh, the light. Oh yeah, I forgot. The lighter would be also for the new weapon because you need purified water, which means you need to boil the water. Okay, so that's why also whips going down in school. Interesting. Okay, I guess it's fair to be honest because only Linux uses them. I think there's a few places you can find whips as well. Okay, a lot of bug fixes. I don't know if I even go through the bug fixes. I'll just. There's no pop up. Alright. Bushes now press normally. Okay. No longer check if there's items inside a bush by hovering the point. What is this bug? I've never even noticed that bug. You can now attack while hiding with attack move. Okay, what's that bug? Okay. Well, at least that one's fixed. You can now remain standing up. One down while channeling. Okay. Oh yeah. I've seen this. I think this is the Aya bug. I think when you use your R, when you're channeling the R, and then if someone downs you, like you just stand up and floating. I remember I've seen that a few times happen to me. Attack me, okay. Cookies out, lower. I guess that's good. But no longer happens when you change your feet. Terrain now correctly displayed. Next to the Garsland gas station valley. Okay. So no longer immediately do. That's what works. Lock bring. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I thought Yuki. I think Yuki's. Isn't his E still bugged? Or no, his W still bugged where like when he's dead, he still like spams the button up noises. I thought they fixed it last patch, but I thought they changed it again. So, I don't know. Corpses can no longer. Okay. Oh, let's see. Is there any Aya fixes? No longer hear her voice when she's resting. Or whatever. Okay. Honestly, I'm not really gonna look through the bug fixes too much. You can read them on your own. Nothing. Most of the time, there's like really nothing in them, to be honest. Lobby and okay, whatever. Okay, you can report more. I've never reported to anyone. I don't know. Has been updated. Okay, sure. Nicknames are now hidden to spectators in custom actions. Okay, sure. And options. Okay. Wait, what? What is going on? Okay, this one is the current price for 585 in NP is less than the amount allowed to enable Steam's friend invitation function. Wait, what? In order for me to see, I don't understand this. Wait, what? You can't have a certain price less in the game in order to allow you to invite your friends in the game. I don't know how these things are correlated. Kind of weird. I don't know. Increase this to 700 NP. I don't know. Okay. So I guess that means they have it. So they increase the price of it, but you get more NP for it. I have no idea how this relates to anything with the Steam Friends invitation function, but sure. Okay, maybe the only thing I think of is maybe it's not the minimum, is that they want you have to pay them more, and maybe they don't want to give as much of a cut. Like they want their certain cut in the game, so that's what they're changing it. I don't know. Place horizontal promos now. Saying correctly. Okay. MMR penalty premium. Wait, what? The MMR penalty for pre-made teams to have been mitigated. Missing. Oh, okay. Missing material account for some boxes. Okay. Let me see. Current material generation algorithm. Randomly sort the boxes. Snake the material list once per box. Snake the material list. I don't know what this means. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding. Smoothly. I don't know. I guess move smoothly the material list once per box. I don't know what that means. Randomly sort the boxes. Okay. Current material generation. Randomly sort the boxes. Snake the material list once per box. I guess they go through the material list once per box. I think that's what it means. And then they randomly sort the boxes, place one item at a time, and then repeat. Okay. Existing problem when two identical materials were assigned to a box. Those materials disappeared for reshuffling. Wait, what? This improvement. If two of the same materials are assigned to a box, two are placed as they... Wait, so... If I have to get this straight, this means that now you can find two of the same items in the box. Is that what this is saying? Two of the same ingredients are assigned to a box, two are placed as they are. That's what I think it's saying, so now I guess things would be like, if there's... If that's what it's saying, I feel like that's a big change. Because then things like... Like paper, just an example. You can find two paper in one box, then it'd be easier, I guess, like people hoard it, or like feathers, two in one box. I think it would be a bit easier I guess, for getting your fruits done faster, but then it also can improve people griefing items too. So it could be two-sided sword. Double-edged sword. Supreme provision with a completely organized material generation algorithm to avoid duplicate items. Okay. So, I guess right now they're saying that you can find two in the item with this update, but they did it that this item disappeared for reshuffling. Oh, okay, so... I guess before with the items, so let's say they had like 6 paper, but if they found 2 in the same box, it would just disappear off the shuffle. I don't really understand what this exactly means, this tutorial thing. Yeah, I'm curious to see if this means 2 of the same ingredients in the box. I'd have to do a few games when this upgrade happens, but yeah. Very long patch notes this time. Overall thoughts, I think there's a lot of good things in this patch. I'm excited to see. I think overall, I think overall it was good. My main thing was just, I'm still surprised they buffed Brazi and they buffed Yuki. That's bad. Finally, they tackled, I think, Hedgen, nerfing her. Overall, I mean, they did buff her E, but overall. But yeah, I was thinking of maybe playing some games after, but I've kind of screwed up my sleep schedule, so I'm actually going to probably end the stream now. I will be playing sometime between midnight and 12:30 tonight, whenever the update will come out on my computer, is when I will replay the game. I figure out a way. Someone mentioned it last time, and how to make sure you can get the update faster. So I will hopefully get the update when it comes out, as long as there's like no problems with maintenance and whatnot. So if you want to see some Della play, also do a little bit of Cicella because of the skin, then feel free to come back and check like 14 hours or so. Thank you for everyone who has come to the stream, the patch notes, just checking it out. I will. Yeah. I hope you enjoy the patch, or like I don't know what you guys thought of the patch. I think it's pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna go raid someone now. I'm just gonna change the end screen so I can just choose someone to raid. We'll check the ERBS category. But yeah, it's mainly just I'm getting tired. But I will be back online in like 12 hours or so. Just trying to figure out who. There's no one really on. Is he Nishient or T? I don't know, maybe I'll just raid BRBT. I think we did raid him last patch note, but it's just mainly because no one streams ERBS English at this hour. So yeah, I guess I'll just do him. Yeah, I just want to thank everyone for coming, and I will hopefully see you guys